Hello and welcome to this review of the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB microphone. First of all, let's just get it out of the way. I am using my desktop microphone right now, so you aren't hearing the AT2020 quite yet. I'm just using this microphone as a basic comparison of the kind of quality that you can expect between, a standard microphone that you'd use on Skype or while you're gaming or anything like that, compared to the AT2020's vocals. So I'll go ahead and switch us over to the AT2020. And now I've switched us over to the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB microphone, and as you can probably hear, the sound quality that this thing outputs is absolutely ridiculous for the price. Let me start off by saying that this microphone comes in at just $99 on Amazon, and I've never seen the kind of quality packed into such a price before. And the fact that it comes with so many things that I'll go into more detail about now, just out of the box, it's completely ready to go and it delivers amazingly. So in the box you get a couple of things. You get obviously the microphone itself. You get a tripod desk stand, which basically just unfolds, and if you want to see how all these things look, you can take a look at the unboxing which I made, which I will put an annotation and a link to in the description. It comes with a pivoting stand mount, which is basically just something that screws onto the tripod, and basically you just screw the microphone into that and it stands on this tripod, and that is great for on the move stuff. Obviously you can just flip out this tiny little tripod and screw your microphone in and you're good to go. You're good to record vocals just like that. Also it comes with a USB cable and a storage pouch, or a carrying pouch, or whatever you'd like to call it, which basically you can put your microphone when you're not using it to save it from damage or saving from laying around, which is also really good. Again, you can check out the entire unboxing of this product along with a shock mount. So moving on to shock mount, the setup I'm using right now includes, or it consists of, a desktop stand, a shock mount that AT or Audio-Technica have provided. It's the AT8458. You can find it on the website, and then obviously the AT2020 USB Cardioid condenser microphone along with a pop filter. And the pop filter, if many of you don't know what that is, it's basically something that eliminates popping when you say P's and B's, and that really helps. So overall, this is eliminating, the shock mount is eliminating the vibrations that can happen and occur through a desk, especially with this microphone. It's prone to that, which is why a shock mount is really, really good to have, and especially at this price, there's really no excuse not to get a shock mount with it. It is just amazing quality with the shock mount. So with the shock mount and with the pop filter, this is the sound you are hearing. Now, I will switch to a clip now that has been recorded with the tripod stand without a shock mount and without a pop filter. So let's give it a listen. This is the test with no pop filter and no shock mount attached. So if you can hear any difference or not, obviously you can hear a bit of the P's and B's. That is up to you to decide. In my opinion, this mic is outstanding just out of the box. There's nothing really needed, but if you want my advice, I would say get a shock mount, get a pop filter. It's going to really sell your vocals a lot more than without those two items. So I will put a link in the description to the shock mount and to a cheap pop filter. You can get it for like $10 from a radio store or Amazon or any popular retailer. It just depends where you are in the world. And that's pretty much it for the setup. You can obviously hear what it's like. Moving on to another point, of course you can edit your vocals, which most people choose to do, especially if you're a producer or you do a bit of radio stuff or whatever. Now, of course, this being a USB microphone, it goes straight into your computer, and for you that's looking at this review, you're probably saying, well, duh. A lot of microphones don't do that. They go through different processes before they get to an output, and then you end up putting it to the computer. But with this setup, it's completely plug and play. You don't really need to know anything beyond plugging the microphone in, and then bam, out of the box you have great audio. But if you do want to take it a step further and you do want to edit your vocals, I will switch over to something that I edited and keep in mind, I'm no good at this stuff. I don't usually do vocals, but I just applied a bit of mastering in Adobe Audition, and let's hear how it sounds. So now I've switched over to my mastering, and you can hear that it pops out, you know, your voice. It makes it a lot more crisp, a lot more clear, and that's what I shoot for when I do tutorials. That's what I usually use this microphone for. I haven't really used it for any instruments, and I'm not a singer, sadly, so I can't really tell you in that perspective, but I've heard examples from instruments and from singers, and it sounds amazing. You can search it on YouTube. It's really a great mic all around. And like I said, for the price, it's really just amazing quality for such a low price. So I'm going to go over some key features that the microphone kind of offers. You know, it's great for podcasting, vocal recording, tutorial recording, vodcasting, radio shows, instruments, etc. Drivers are basically inside the microphone. You don't need to install anything. It doesn't come with a CD. It comes with, you know, what I listed earlier in a manual. It doesn't come with any drivers. It just works. That's all you need to know. It's plug and play. You plug it in, the USB goes straight into it. It comes with a tripod. Everything is ready to go out of the box. You don't need to buy anything extra. With other microphones, sadly, usually you do. Sadly, you usually need to buy a mic stand, for example. With this mic, everything is included, and that's something I really love. It's small but sturdy. It weighs in at 374 grams, and it feels really good in your hand. If you're holding it, you can feel the quality. You can feel that it's good workmanship. Someone has put a lot of hours into making this. And, you know, when it's mounted, it really just looks really good. It has a matte finish on the outside of the microphone. It has a matte, dark to black, dark to grey kind of finish on it. And it looks great, as you can see by the picture. And in my opinion, it just really complements my setup. So it's great for on-the-go recording. Obviously, as I've explained, it comes with a tripod. Everything is plug and play. I won't repeat myself too much here, which I've probably already done. But, you know, it's really just great for everything you can think of. It has amazing vocals and crispness. I don't need to boast that anymore. As you can hear, it does. And it's very affordable I found it on Amazon for only $100. That's a great price. That's a great price to pay for this kind of quality. So if you are looking for a microphone for really anything, and you don't want to be splashing out a whole bunch of money for a microphone that might even sound worse than this microphone, because I'm telling you, the microphones that go up in the $500 price range, $500 for example, they actually compete. They actually are on the same level as this microphone. But of course, you know, this is a Cardioid condenser USB microphone. It plugs straight into the computer, and with other microphones that are more expensive, you can't even do that. You'd have to go through what is it, an amp. You need phantom power and some other stuff. I'm not really the best with audio equipment, but you know, that's as far as I know. Probably something I said wrong there, so feel free to correct me. So overall, it's an amazing microphone for an amazing price. Paired with a shock mount and a pop filter, this microphone records audio as good as contending microphones way out of its price range. It's really great for anyone needing crisp vocals or recording instruments. Plug and play, again, makes it super easy to record on the go and at home. So I will recommend this microphone to anyone that's looking for a microphone. The links to buy it are in the description. You can check more of the specifications out on the Audio Technica website. I will run over the specs just quickly, just the stuff that's, you know, some of the stuff that I actually understand what it means. It's a Cardioid condenser microphone. It has a bit depth of 16-bit, sample rate of 44.1 kilohertz. It's USB powered, of course. It weighs in at 374 grams, and the dimensions are 6.38. That's 162 millimeter long. It's 52 millimeter. That's the body diameter. So the body diameter is 52 millimeters, and that'll be in the description. And the output connection is a USB. So that's all you need to know about the microphone. Like I said, if you want to see it in action, or so to speak, then you can check out the unboxing of the microphone. But that's been it for the review. As you can hear, it's a great microphone, and I'll just leave you to leave your comments in the description on how you think this microphone sounds. But yeah, until next time, my name is Ron Griffin for artificialanimation.com, and you can go there to check out a written review of this microphone if you thought this was too boring. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.